two. Take two, there you go.
All right.
Let me
Assume
walk back around.
the position.
Take two, episode something, the Pete Show.
Episode 2. Take 2, episode 2.
Well, maybe, because there's still stuff from the previous shoot. From the
yeah.
Fireball shoot. Now this is the
yeah.
Donald Trump shoot. How's that? That good? Better? Worse?
Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, that's
A little bit
better.
Should
Yeah.
I do legs crossed like this or
Yeah,
legs
I think
crossed like that?
The other way. The other
This.
way just looks better for some reason. Yeah.
Because of this?
Yeah,
Because of that?
pretty much.
It's a nice little eggplant for you. Eggplant emoji. Insert. Eggplant emoji, eggplant emoji, eggplant emoji, eggplant emoji. Wall of eggplant emojis.
Yeah, you sent that. You've actually sent that to me.
How many eggplant emojis do you think I've sent you?
Just from that one day?
No, I'm saying overall.
That one day was a couple hundred.
Was a few hundred. Hey, no, I had someone else too sending them to you. Time flies when you're drinking Fireball.
That's right. At Trump Tower.
It's to kind of like jump here was that there has been a period of growth.
Yeah. And it seemed to be
experimentation.
Yeah, and it seemed to be you got off to a blast off rocket ship start, so to speak, culminating with the end of the last relationship that you were in.
Of a relationship. It wasn't anything of an FU. It wasn't anything like a revenge kick at all. It was, this is what I should have been doing the entire time.
Now, do you mind if I ask, what do you think stopped you from just getting to that point and just saying that, hey, listen, I need to start doing these things. These are going to add to what I'm doing. I've kind of already, we've worked on some of your things and helped you kind of, evolve a little bit, and this is going to help me evolve. I need to work on these, so I need you to be okay with there's going to be times where I might need you to go find something to do for an hour or two.
Yeah, so I would say most of that projection for me, or I never laid that out because I was afraid.
Okay.
I was afraid that it might crack the relationship. I was afraid it might enable, enable a breakup. It might thrive and push the whole relationship into another direction because it was now becoming a focus on me. It was becoming
and not us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it would also take away time and hey, you can't do that thing with your parents. You're gonna have to go off and do that thing with your parents on your own. You can't take me. I gotta stay here and do this. And so part of it too was that it's the idea of what I had to learn to do it was also like a major wall. I just visualized in my mind like a brick wall that I couldn't see through because I couldn't even find the time to commit to figure out what the steps were. So
it was a time wall. So you were already building up the barrier in your mind. Like, I already have this, and this in my day, and another person that I live with. I don't even have the time necessarily consistently to sit down and learn the steps to even try to start this thing, let alone do this thing.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I get that. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, where there's things we all want to do, but we all have lives. But even though that happened, and even though that the relationship did eventually end, and without you doing that, without you pushing it in that direction, you've gone so far beyond that, though, that it's almost like you don't sleep, but I know you do sleep. I know it's not a normal time frame. You're not a normal human in the fact that if we tap your blood right now, there's definitely going to be like a much too high level of energy drinks. That we can siphon out of your blood.
No, there's something that was unlocked.
Yeah.
And it was for lack of a better term, it was a sleeping giant. Okay?
Because you're not that tall.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a tumultuous time, but there was a transitional time that you went through not long after we started that.
Yeah. Painful, transformative time, for sure.
Yeah.
And, where I felt like I had to do the things I wanted to do within the relationship and did not do in the relationship.
Yeah.
And to me, it was almost like a definition. It was part of a declaration. And for me, it was discovery. It was plowing through sticking points and fears. I'm a person that grew up with a speech impediment. I love podcasts. I listen to shows all the time, like endlessly, almost obsessively through stretches.
Yeah.
And me starting my own show was the craziest thing in my mind at one point. And even when you and I were doing Parts Unknown, even then it seemed crazy.
Yeah, which was right. It was right there.
Yeah, like
right off camera, right behind us.
A couple feet in back of us. Maybe we'll, there was I have a few pictures of our original setup. I'll throw those up.
I actually think I have one on Facebook too. I think I have one on Facebook on my phone. I found.
Yeah, awesome.
Saved.